Hey, sports card collectors and investors, how we doing? It is Wednesday, it is the middle of the week. We're just kind of trucking through. I'm kind of ready for the weekend already. It's been a busy work week. Had a lot of fun making videos, but it's just the work week has been brutal. So today I'm going to be talking about both cards that are going up in value, that have gone up in value, and then some that have come down in value over the last little bit. But first, if you are new here, please subscribe. We have over 235, 240 videos on the channel, all about investing and collecting sports cards, collectibles, and all things personal finance wrapped into one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. So the first card I'm going to talk about is the 2019 Donruss Gardner Minshew rookie card in a base PSA 10. This is an interesting one. To be honest, guys, I am not really sold on Gardner Minshew. And it's not just the way that the season has started for the Jags. I don't think anyone really expected the Jags to be very good. They've been in rebuilding mode, and especially after they let Fournette go. They've traded defensive pieces away, their defensive end that went to Minnesota. So they're in a rebuild mode. No one's expecting them to do anything amazing this year, but even last year I went to Saints. I'm a huge New Orleans Saints fan. For those that are new to the channel, I went to the Saints-Jaguars game in Jacksonville last year, and the Saints won 12-9. It was one where Breeze got hurt and Bridgewater was starting. It was a rough game. It was a defensive battle. And Gardner Minshew, you know, I know he's shown flashes. There's Minshew mania. Everyone was wearing mustaches to the game. I get all the excitement around him. He's kind of he's a cool cat. I get it. But as a football player, I just haven't seen enough from him yet, and he's been inconsistent as this season started. Now, he doesn't have any help, so I can't really pass a whole lot of judgment on him, but his card has gone up over the last little bit. In July and August, this card, this PSA 10 Donruss rookie card, was a $40, $50 card, and it's been selling recently in the $110, $115 range. So I think that people are speculating on Minshew, you know, kind of turning things around and maybe just being more of a long-term play. I'm assuming maybe people are trying to hold him long-term to see if things pan out for him in Jacksonville, but you know, his cards have gone up, and like I said, I'm not really high on Minshew personally, just because he hasn't shown enough. But you know, I do get the excitement in Jacksonville. I think they're looking for something to be excited around. So yeah, for Minshew, just not high on him. But you know what? Some people are, and I respect it. Next up, we've got the new stud Chiefs running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and I bring him up because he was actually in another video like this that I did a couple of weeks ago, and I bring him up because I wanted to show kind of what can happen with new sets, new players, rookies, etc. This is the 2020 Donruss base rookie card raw for him, and after he had his big game when the Chiefs opened up against the Texans and he had a monster game, this card was $60, as high as $60 after that first Chiefs win, and after Donruss had just come out with that set. This card is now a $7, $8 card, $10 card, and I wanted to bring that up. This is the next card on the list, is the one that's falling, but it just kind of shows you new set, exciting player, circumstances really push that price up. But then once everything kind of fades a little bit, and he hasn't had a bad season since, he's still having doing some good things, but just hasn't had as good of a game as he did in that week 1. Since then, and you know, you see that the card prices have just kind of come back down to reality, and you know, as more sets come out, Optic, Prizm, etc., you know, that card, you know, it could just kind of stay down in that $10 range. Maybe it goes back up, but I think that's kind of something to be wary of as you're buying rookie cards, and as you're buying or new rookies, new sets, etc. And so that's why I wanted to bring this one to light. Okay, next we've got the guy that's going to take over for Julio Jones. He kind of already has to some degree. Julio's still a great player, but the 2018 Prizm Calvin Ridley rookie card in a PSA 10, a popular card among football card collectors. This one was $200 back in August, and you would think that just kind of like leading up to the season it would have been higher. This thing now is $379, which I was shocked to see as I was kind of looking at this card. Just shocked to see how much it had risen, just because Ridley, great receiver, but the Falcons are 0-3. And, you know, I almost feel bad for the Falcons. I'm a Saints fan, so it's hard for me to feel bad for the Falcons, but just the way that they've lost. And look, you know what? Let's be honest. I don't feel bad for the Falcons at all. These are fans that egged our bus when we come into Atlanta. There's no love lost between Saints and Falcons fans whatsoever. So I do not feel bad for them. But Calvin Ridley is, he's that next receiver. I think that he is going to be a top receiver in the NFL over the next few years. Once Julio's gone, some of these other guys are gone. He's showing out. But I was still surprised to see it had gone up to almost $400 for this base rookie card for Ridley. What do you guys think of this one for you football collectors out there? I just feel like that is a high price for this guy, but you know what? He's good, so I get it. All right, let's move to basketball. I thought this one was really interesting. 2019 Prizm Ja Morant rookie card. This is the insert, the fireworks insert in a silver Prizm. So it's a silver version of the fireworks insert in a PSA 10. I was shocked. I did not realize this card. So in early November, this card went up to $559, and even in August, this was a $500 card. Now it sits at $188.50. I couldn't believe this card was a $500 card. It's a beautiful card, don't get me wrong, but and I think part of it was Ja Morant won Rookie of the Year, so definitely got a boost. But this has been an expensive card for a little bit, and so that's one where you see kind of a rise and then a fall. Just probably basketball season is coming to an end. But look, even in early September at $550, the Grizzlies were already out and Ja Morant was not playing. So for that thing to stay in that $500 range, through that time is impressive. I didn't think that it was going to be that high when I was looking at these numbers, and now it sits at $188.50. So that's an interesting card. What do you guys think about the inserts? And this, of course, is a rookie card for Morant as well. But are you collecting these? Have you been eyeing these? What are your thoughts? Again, it's a beautiful card. I do have a Luka second year fireworks silver, just raw. I love the cards, but this one was interesting, so I wanted to bring it up. All right, another guy I am not super high on is now the Bills fans are gonna come after me for this, and I like this kid. I think he's a good player. I just question some of his decision making, and this is the card I'm going to talk about is the 2018 Josh Allen rookie auto in a silver Prizm PSA 10. This is an expensive, kind of one of the more expensive rookie cards for him, but it's a beautiful card. This card just a few days ago was $960 is where it was selling. In that range, and then after they beat the Rams, I'm assuming they beat the Rams. They went up 3-0, and now the card is up to $1,500. So, this is, and here's the thing with Josh Allen, and the same happened in the playoffs last year with the Bills. He is a good player. He does some good things, but man, does he make some boneheaded plays? He really does. And really, the Bills won this game against the Rams. I hate to bring this up because I'm not an LA Rams fan at all. I don't feel bad for them, but the pass interference call at the end of the Rams-Bills game was totally bogus. It was completely bogus, and that pass interference call set them up 1st and 10 on the 3-yard line. Josh Allen throws a fade, and the game is over. He throws a fade for a touchdown. The game is over. But that was really the end of. That was the game right there when they called that pass interference. And if you look at the replay, it was not pass interference. It was a bad call. So anyway, if Josh Allen, if those things don't happen, the Bills don't go to 3-0. I don't know. Does that card go up to $1,500? I don't know. But in that game, Josh Allen made some boneheaded plays. So for as good as he is, for as good of a young prospect as he is, I think if you're thinking maybe long term for him, then maybe. But he just hasn't shown me enough where I personally have gone in and bought Josh Allen cards. And this past week was exactly the reason why. Now, on the flip side of that, some people will say, like, hey, he's clutch. He threw that pass at the end of the game to get the Bills to 3-0, but he also made boneheaded plays to get them in the position where they were going to lose in the first place. He had a play where the Rams pass rush got to him. He fumbled it, kind of gave up on the play because he thought that it was a penalty. They ran it. They recovered it. I believe they ran it back for a touchdown. Anyway, so that's kind of the point with Allen. All right, next up, here's a guy that we all can agree is a top flight player, but surprisingly, this particular card has dropped, and this is the 2004 Topps Chrome Larry Fitzgerald Refractor in a PSA 10. And this is, first off, beautiful card. Topps Chrome from these early 2000s cards are incredible. The pop is only 27 on this card, so this is a rare card. And one sold at the end of August for as high as $6,643. We have a sale now at $2,002. Again, not many transactions because there's not many of them in existence, but man, what a huge difference between the end of August and now. And we've looked at this, same with vintage cards. With vintage cards, I did a video yesterday going over vintage basketball, vintage football, and it's the same sort of trend where, man, August was an explosion for prices for sports cards, and then September has been a comeback down to earth type month for sports cards. It's been really, really interesting. And you can say, well, sports are ending and this and that and whatever, but for the vintage cards, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Those are players that haven't really they haven't been playing. So there's just with this card market, there's things that don't make sense. Whether you're talking about cards going up, cards going down. So I appreciate you guys tuning in today. This has been a fun episode. Please subscribe if you have not already. We have daily videos coming out on all things investing, sports card investing, collectibles investing, personal finance, etc. And we appreciate having you here. So take care. We will talk to you later.